and we're going to be talking about Empower Ethiopia. It's an organization that actually puts their feet on the ground, right? And you kind of try to help the kids, right? Especially?
Mostly kids,
Lisa,
especially.
with us, yeah.
Yes.
Tell us how you got involved.
Well, first I want to thank you for having me here today and giving me.
I'm so happy you're here.
It's wonderful to have this opportunity to speak to someone about something that I'm very passionate about. And so, yes, I will give you a little bit of background on how we got connected to Ethiopia. I often receive that question, why?
Yeah, why
Ethiopia?
Yeah.
Very often, and usually I can't answer that in the time allotted. But very briefly, our connection to Ethiopia began with the adoption of our first son, Getachew, in 2007.
Oh, wonderful. And he was Ethiopian?
He is Ethiopian.
Okay, no wonder.
And then that was followed by a second adoption in 2011 of our son, Workina. And
again from Ethiopia?
Again from Ethiopia.
How difficult was it to adopt? Because sometimes it's hard to adopt.
It's a very time-consuming process. At the time, Ethiopia was a new program and was actually moving along quicker than most of the other programs, which at the time sounded appealing as well.
Okay, good.
And over the years, surprisingly, due to a wonderful thing called the internet, we were able to connect with people that we had met during the adoption process, and specifically we found one of our drivers on Facebook. And we had kind of been given the impression by the adoption agency that keeping in touch with birth families was nearly impossible, sometimes impossible, and come to find out it really wasn't as difficult.
Well, especially if they were able to get on the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's changing the whole world and the connections that we have. You brought some wonderful photos, and I want to, if you could bring the photos up, perhaps we can talk about them. They're right there.
Okay.
Yeah. I love these photos.
So some of the photos that you're seeing are taken from the Let Us Change website, which is the organization that we partner with in Awassa, Ethiopia. And Awassa is the city that is centrally located between the two areas where our sons were born. And so you're looking at Let Us Change there. And if you see on the left, the picture, the little boy in the bright yellow shirt is our younger son, Workina.
Oh, that is your son.
Who had, both of the boys have been back to visit birth family.
Oh, wonderful.
And we were lucky on our last trip to go back and visit the kids at Let Us Change. And so here are some pictures also of the kids in their school uniforms. One of the opportunities that is afforded to them at Let Us Change is the opportunity to go to school.
Yeah, really.
And
I love these photos.
You know, one of the things, and people say, oh, it's such a wonderful thing that you're doing, but often I feel like it's actually more of a wonderful thing that we're receiving.
When you give, you receive.
And to see the joy in these kids' faces and the simple things in life that really can make you happy, just a safe and secure home, food on the table, people who care about you, the opportunity to have an education and better yourself, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's just amazing what you're doing. And the money that you're raising money, obviously, because you have an event coming up called Mingle in Menands.
We do.
Yeah, or Menands Mingle. What did Menands Summer Mingle?
Well,
I can mix these words up and they all come out
Menands
right.
Summer Mingle, and the theme of the event is community, because I don't know if anyone's familiar with Menands, but we're a very small
I know
village.
where Menands is, even if Al didn't. I did.
Everybody, if you say the old Montgomery Ward building, everybody knows where
Yeah.
Menands is if you're from a certain generation.
Yeah.
But I've always felt that the village of Menands exemplifies what it is to come together as a community to help those near and far. And I think that any opportunity to help someone that's presented to you, whether they're your neighbor here or your neighbor across the world, I think we can all come together to help. So there have been a number of local businesses who are sponsoring the event, and we're having.
You can name them.
I put on the spot. We have Rad Soap, which a lot of people are familiar with. We have Reed, McNally, and Savage. I don't want to forget anybody. Piero Law Group. Capital City Produce, DeFazio's Pizzeria.
I'm going to say, did we write them down?
We wrote them all down.
We wrote them down. Maybe we just have to look and see what we got here.
Innovative Auto and AAA, Capital City Produce.
Paper is
and
always
then
good.
Also, as part of the event, there is also a gift certificate gift basket raffle and a number of businesses, too many to name, have donated gifts for the raffle. So
now the money that you raise goes direct. In other words, there's no handling charges and things like that. The money goes directly to what?
Exactly. We're direct partners with Let Us Change. It actually, we stumbled upon them from a chance encounter when we were in Ethiopia at on the birth family visits. We ran into someone who was interning for Let Us Change when we were sitting by the pool, and she started explaining the program to us, and it sounded like everything that we were most passionate about, helping the kids who are the most vulnerable, that were just living on the streets. And people have this idea of Ethiopia of an impoverished nation, when you think of the famine in the past and the pictures. But Ethiopia really is quite modernized. They're experiencing economic growth. It's rich in history and culture, but yet there is still this section of society that is overlooked and kicked to the side because that is the impression that they want to extinguish. They don't want everybody just thinking of that when the country has so much else to offer. But, there also has to be somebody.
It is what it is, and we need to change that.
Exactly.
Anything that we can do to help change, whether it's here in the United States or somewhere, because we all benefit from change wherever it is.
Exactly.
Especially if we're moving forward and making countries stronger. And I mean, it just seems like the right thing to do, doesn't it?
I agree.
Good. So if you want to learn more about this, you can go to their website, or you can probably get in touch with Lisa. She has a email, Lisa at where did I write?
It's Lisa at empowerethiopia.org.
There it is. I know I have that.
Because all that we do right now is on a volunteer basis. The website isn't always up to date, up to the minute, but I do thank the person who's doing our website.
Yeah.
However, if you follow us on Facebook and Twitter, you can keep up to date on all of the activities and fundraisers that are going on a regular basis.
And you'll find out all about this on my website and also on my Facebook page, and we will tweet it too.
All right, great.
We're
Thank
going to
you.
tweet out there, though.
Thank you so much.
Lisa, it's been a pleasure to meet you. It's
Thank
just
you.
So great what you're doing. And congratulations on those two sons of yours.
Oh,
I
thank
know
you.
I met your daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really
And hopefully you'll meet our sons also.
Oh, good. I'd love to bring him on next time.
Okay.
Good. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about Kirk Douglas. Oh, what a handsome guy he was. Stay tuned.